morning, people. Good morning. Hope everybody can hear me fine. But what's today? Today is Sunday, November 21st, man. It's been a rough week, man. It's been a rough week. That's all I can say. I had a, what's the correct phrase? I had a lack of judgment, and I kind of messed up yesterday, which I'm not going to speak on as of yet. But thanks to a good Samaritan, man, we got everything situated. So it seems as of right now. All I can do is wait for the days to progress to see what actually happens. But to the topic at hand, we're talking about mentors in trucking, man. There's a lot of guys out here that are in positions where we want to be. Whether you want to be a one truck, one trailer operation, whether you want to just be leased on your whole life, whether you want to get your own authority, whether you want to start a fleet, have your own fleet. There's a lot of guys out here already doing it. But the problem is, guys are listening to people that aren't in that position. So it's like, me personally, if I want to buy a truck, I'm going to go follow and talk to guys that own trucks. If I want to start a fleet, I'm going to go talk and listen to guys that own a fleet. There's too many guys out here that's putting their input in something they don't even know what they're talking about. I have guys reach out to me asking me about my truck. I tell them how I bought it, and they're not liking how I bought it. So, hey, I paid cash for it. That's what I wanted to do. So if I wanted to learn how to pay cash for a truck, I followed guys on YouTube and I communicated with people on Facebook on how to purchase a truck cash. So people like Casanova, Chase and Andrew Jackson, Ice Water, HT Logistics, like, you got people out there that own their equipment that they pay cash for, and a lot of times they tell you how they did it or how to do it, but people won't listen. But y'all will go listen to a driver that's been driving 6 years in a company driver position. You know what I'm saying? That'll sit there and tell you, oh man, the way to buy a truck is you got to do it like this, you got to do it like that. Okay, well, why haven't you done it then? Why are you telling me to do it a certain way that you haven't even done? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Same thing with the trailer. People are asking me, oh man, you're asking weird shit about the trailer, which, kind of blows my mind. But it's like, oh, I want to own a trailer. Okay, well, hey, this is what I did. But they'll sit there, oh, well, my buddy said you should do it like this. My buddy said you should do it like that. And I ask, okay, well, how many trailers do your buddy have? Oh, well, he don't have any trailers. What the fuck are you listening to him for? It doesn't make any sense. It's like I've told y'all, man. If you're gonna listen to somebody that's in the position you want to be in. My next move is pretty much my authority. Granted, I may or may not lease on to somebody else before then, but that's gonna be my next move. That's the ultimate goal for most truck drivers. The end result is to get your own authority. After your own authority, then more than likely, you'll add a truck here, maybe every 6 months or maybe every year, or however you set your business up to do it. So for me, I'm gonna go talk to guys that have their own. They either have it or has had it. Because if they had it and they no longer have it, there's a reason they no longer have it. So I'm gonna listen to that person to tell me, so I can find out what went wrong. Because a lot of the times, it's not even anything went wrong. It's just either, they had a truck issue. They maybe it was just a little too overwhelming for them at that time with the amount of experience they had. Like, sometimes you got to get out there, fail, learn from it, regroup, and then go do it again. But now you're going into it with a little more information, a little more knowledge. So watch. What I'm trying to get at is watch who you get your information from. Like me, I listen to everybody. I don't care what you say. or what you're talking about when it comes to trucking. I'm gonna listen to everybody, but I pick and choose what I take from these people. You got people saying, "Oh, don't spend cash, go finance it." You got people saying, "Use your business credit, There's multiple ways to do that one thing, man. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, you have to figure out what works for you or what's going to work for you. Me personally, I don't like owing anybody anything. That's literally why I pay cash, or even when I bought my houses back in the day, I owner financed them. It's easy to owner finance because I'm not stuck to it. Owner financing a house is literally just like leasing a truck. It's a walk away. It's a walk away lease, and it's not gonna do any harm to my personal credit. So like I said, man, if you want to own a truck, you need to pretty much follow people that own trucks. If you just want to lease, follow people that lease trucks. If you want to own a trailer, you need to follow people that own trailers, right? Makes sense. That's kind of common sense. If you want to build a fleet, you need to follow fleet owners, man. A lot of guys literally put out free information out there for you, man. You just got to listen. The information that I put out, it's free for you, for anybody. All you got to do is just sit there and watch the video, and I'm trying to keep my videos under 10 minutes so people don't get bored, because I know sometimes when you're just putting out straight information for fucking 20 minutes, nobody wants to sit there and listen to that unless you're just really fucking motivated. My payroll, I had somebody ask about payroll. At the time, I didn't have a payroll. Somebody commented in my comment section about a company called Gusto. Sorry, I don't remember your name if you catch the video, but hey, a big shout out to you, because that's who I use for my payroll now. When I looked into them, I spent over 12 hours watching videos on Gusto. I'm talking about Gusto against ADP, Gusto against like these other payroll companies, man. I sat there because I wanted that information. Granted, I was driving, so I just pressed play, and I'm sitting here listening to the stuff, but it's like, if you really want it, you're gonna do what you have to do to get the information, man. Point blank, period, to the point, right there. If you want it, you're gonna do what you have to do. Should nobody have to sit here and hold your hand. So once again, you want to own a truck, listen to the people that own that truck. It's just like if you want to be a millionaire or a billionaire, you're going to go listen to people that's already in that position. So you're going to listen to billionaires. You're going to listen to millionaires. You're not going to listen to the crackhead at the corner telling you, oh man, stay in school and do this, do that. Why are you going to listen to him for? I mean, if anything, you listen to him so you can know what not to do, so you don't end up in the position that he's in or she's in. Like it's a lot of stuff, man, that you pretty much, you got to sit back and just watch. You got to sit there and just be like, and you got to put the pieces together. It's like a puzzle. Everything you're doing, especially when you're trying to build something, man, it's like a puzzle. You're trying to put all the pieces together. Granted, you want to have that support, though. Don't get me wrong. You want to have somebody behind you that support you 100% of the time. Granted, a lot of people don't, but like I said, man, learn from the people that's in the position that you're in. I've had guys that reach out to me, oh man, tell me, I will talk to anybody about trucks. I'm literally that one person that can talk trucking 24/7. I dream it, I sleep it, I think it, I love it. That's me when it comes to trucking. That's why I can go to a truck stop, walk up to a random driver and just start talking, man. And you have other drivers that's like that too. And don't let the motherfucker be driving a classic. If you're driving a classic, I'm definitely finna go talk to his ass. I wanna know every fucking thing. I wanna know what type of maintenance you done on this truck, what you've done yourself, what I can do myself. And you have guys that will literally pop their hood of their truck and start showing you like, yeah, man, I done did this, I had to do that. Granted, you have a lot of people that, they over exaggerate, so it's up to you to try to pick and decipher what they're saying. But it was one day when I did that home time, then I did that 34-hour reset shenanigans in Minnesota, I think. And I parked next to a guy with a classic, man, and I sat out there for over 2 hours and just talked to this dude, man. And he was sitting there working on this truck. I'm handing him tools and shit, off the ground that he's asking for. Like, like I was like a little kid, man, that was just happy as shit, because he was sitting there. I'm watching somebody in the position that I want to be in. Own a truck. He owned his truck. He's sitting there in the parking lot of a truck stop working on it, man. Like, come on, man. That shit right there, I love that shit. And I've been in that position, even with this truck, where I was in the parking lot of a rest area changing out my AC condenser. Stuff happens, man. You got to make it work for yourself. So like I said, man, if y'all gonna look up to somebody, man, as a mentor, granted, if they know it or not, listen to what they did, listen to how they did it. You know, don't be afraid to interact. I know nowadays a lot of guys just be like, hey, call me, I got some questions for you. I mean, come on, man, you gotta be more, your approach gotta be a lot better than that. You know, like I've told y'all, if y'all need to get in contact with me, you can email me, truckingwithbigdaddy@gmail.com. I respond to all the emails, man. Sometimes it takes me a couple hours or the next day, but trust me, I respond to them all. I really do, unless you just be like, hey, you know, and I may not respond to that. I'm not gonna try to sit and hold a conversation through an email. I've had people that reached out to me in the email, and I'm just like, hey, I'm not gonna write all that, just call me. You know, and sometimes it gets to that point, depending on what you're asking. I don't have a problem helping out anybody, man. That's literally why I make the YouTube videos, to help inform anybody, man, because there's a lot of information when I started that I wanted, that I had to learn myself. You know, I learned a lot of stuff the hard way, but I'm hard-headed. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is what it is. So like I said, man, I appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you want to get in contact with me, truckingwithbigdaddy@gmail.com. If you got any questions or concerns, you can drop me in the comment section below. I usually get the comments a lot faster than my emails, because most people don't write essays in the comment section. You get what I'm saying? So until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.